Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everybody. Bit of information with the people, obviously, in terms of the cultural start today. Normally, in our culture and religion, we always start with the name of God. So when we started today's session, Qari Sahib gave you a little bit of opening with regards to praise to God. Because obviously, being religious as a family, and we don't believe to start anything without praising God. You know, nobody would be here without it. And then obviously, Hassan gave us a very sort of traditional blessings in terms of praising all that. Obviously, it's clarified in terms of how we started, and we wouldn't be here without the important role everybody's played in their respective areas for us to be the start issue of 2023. And obviously, Abi couldn't say a lot about himself because it would be very difficult to do that. So, as his elder brother, I must emphasize really the beginning of start issue was Abid himself and my father and Sadi starting from the scratch, building the foundations, working hard day and night in a very small environment and pure hard work and determination. They built the foundations for a very strong company that I later came on and had the blessing to build on. They wouldn't be able to build on without a strong foundation. So it's very easy for me to come in and see a strong company and build a structure around it to where we are today. So I ask Gabi to stand up here and stand up, Gabi. Thank you to both of you for your hard work to establishing Start Issue in 2003. 40 years. When my father, who gave his job up for his younger brothers who came into the country in 1981. And my granddad said to him, "You've been here long enough." He came in 1967. "You could find some other job. Give your job to your other brothers and you move on." So my dad at the time, with 3 children, decided to do other things. He did taxis for a while. He worked at different places, but eventually he had an idea where he went to the markets early in the morning at 4 o'clock, purchased some fruit, potatoes, tomatoes, put them in 5-kilo bags. If those of us can remember back in the days when you used to go into the shop, there used to be 2-kilo bags, 5-kilo bags. And my mother and father, early in the morning, would get up, pack all of these, and my dad would put them in the car and deliver them to the local markets, here in Blackburn, Accrington, Bolton, in the local area. One day in 1983, he was walking down where we used to live on Danport Road in Blackburn, Springview, and he seen an estate wagon with a guy, an older gentleman, with loads of packs of toilet tissues in his back. And the shop opposite our house was on fire a couple of days earlier, and it closed down. Obviously, the company that was, you need to sell toilet rolls, I'll buy them off you, and I'll sell them alongside my vegetables and fruit that I'll sell into the market. And so my dad purchased these 20, 30 packs of toilet rolls. At the time, it was a decision. He went and slowly they built a relationship with the company. Was called Wigan Paper Converters, based in Wigan. And for many years, they worked together. And I remember on the weekends, a full truckload of packs of toilet roll, no pallets, all individually stacked, fill it up to the brim of these toilet rolls. And me and him had created little tunnels inside the big. But we used to have a lot of fun doing that work because we enjoyed it. And obviously, as this business developed, it was a UK-made machine. And we set up in Audley Hall Mill in a small 5,000 square foot building. We used to have one rewinder used to make the logs. And we converted a meat slicing machine
you know, if you remember those that you call the, what would you call them, bandsaws? Yeah, turntable, and we would pack in 36 in bags by hand. And in a day we used to make maybe 4 to 5 around the northwest, and then come back in the evening, 10 o'clock, have his tea, and then 7 o'clock in the morning, start again. And that is how the business and our knowledge in this area started. And then obviously he built it up one by one. And that was the original company we started in 1986. My dad started with his brothers at the time. So it's important to remember the roots of where we come from. And as a family, we've always been, I think, pretty humble. We recognize that we're Blackburn made. You know, Blackburn gave us the opportunities to who we are today. So therefore we have a strategy in Blackburn. We're one of the families that have been very, very particular and supportive in the creation of a community in Blackburn that is prosperous, skilled workforce. And that's the kind of community we want to create in Blackburn. And that's because of the work. We actually sold them 1 or 2 machines when they started. And I remember my father showing the Ackroyd family, Uncle Javed around the factory to show them exactly how we did things. There was no jealousy, it was all about support. There was no secret to be that, you know, you can't have a look at what we're doing in case you do what we do. My dad always believed that everybody has a place. Around and gone back. But obviously, he was an entrepreneur himself. So Uncle Javed saw an opportunity and he started. Again, it created jobs and opportunities for people in Blackburn.